Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Echo Stretch. In this video, I want to create a little tutorial on how to flash the ESP boards, just so I can go ahead and add the video into the download section on the Echo Stretch host. So if anyone's having problems, they can go ahead and check out the video and download whichever bin file they need. So we'll go ahead and jump over to the download section here. There's multiple bin files that you can use. I will give a brief description of each ESP board just so you have an idea of how each one works. The first board is the ESP8266. This board is basically just the PS4 9.00 jailbreak. You'll still need to go ahead and insert your USB and to continue on with the gold hen loading. Now the ESP8266 modded. This is a same thing as the ESP8266, but it has a little bit of wiring done to it, so that way it simulates the USB. All these here are created by Stooge. He creates the programs we can use to go ahead and add the jailbreak to them. But if we jump over to his GitHub here, this particular one, he does have a few wire diagrams set up. So you can go and check that out. As you can see, it's just an 8266 and a couple of wires soldered on with a chip. And then you have your USB plugging into your PS4 here, and then your little USB dongle over here. And that there's what triggers the exFAT. But there's different ways you can do it, different resistors you can use. But you can go ahead and check it out. I will leave a link in the description. Go ahead and check out this here. If that there's what you're in. For the price of the boards, this here is kind of a longer way. If you already have an 826 laying around, then you can go ahead and try this out. But if you're first time buying, I do recommend, just for the sake, I think it's $2 more maybe, and you can go ahead and get a ESP32-S2. Now what the ESP32-S2 does, it already has it all built in for you, so there's no need. The particular one that we'll be using for the video is the Dev Kit 1, and as you can see, that's all it is. On the left side, we have the UART. That there's basically where we'll flash. So we'll have our USB plugged in on this side, plugged into the computer, and we'll go ahead and flash it. Now, when it's plugged into the PS4, we'll plug it in here, and that there will simulate the exFAT, which is the USB side of things. And then finally, if we jump back over here, is the Feather S2. Now the Feather S2 is exactly the same as the ESP32-S2. The only difference is it's 16 megabytes rather than 4 megabytes. Now what this here allows is you can go ahead and add a lot more payloads, just more space in general. But yeah, as for the hosts, the 701, everybody's pretty much familiar with the 701. It basically just has 7 hosts in one, which is great. You can go ahead and choose whichever host you want to use. So it gives you multiple options here. The 900 AC is just an auto compressed host, does the jailbreak before you go in, and then once you do the jailbreak, you have multiple payloads there. You can go ahead and launch them all at once if you want, if that's what you want to do. The MC, which I think I'm going to drop anyways. It's just, there's really no need to it. What it is each time you want to launch a payload, it goes ahead and does the jailbreak and then launches the payload. So it doesn't save you any more time than the AC, because once you do the jailbreak, you're in, then you can go ahead and launch whatever payload you want. The 6.72, that there's the manual compress. So it works the same way as the 9.00 manual compressed. I haven't got around to make the auto compress, but yeah, that their option is there as well. And then finally the Echo Stretch 505. So these are what we're going to focus on today. Other than that, there is the all hosts for the Android device. So if you want to go ahead and download that, put on your Android device. Won't get really into that there. And then other than that, it's you can download Goldhen directly from Sistro's GitHub. He has it there as well. And you can go ahead and buy him a coffee if you can. But yeah, so we'll go ahead. Click on download here. I've already went ahead and downloaded the file. So the one that we'll be using is the right here, the ESP32-S2, the 4 megabyte. I'll also point out when you do go ahead and look for the Wi-Fi connection, it will be named Echo Stretch, and the password is 1 right up to 8. The IP for the settings is 10.1.1.1. Okay, so now that we have it downloaded, it should come in a bin format. We'll also need the flasher. I will leave a link in the description for that as well. But we'll open it up, and once we do get it open, our first option is the serial port. Now I know mine's COM4. If you're unsure of what your COM is and you do have multiple there, just go ahead and type in Device Manager in your search bar here. Open it up and come down to ports. And you should see it here. As you can see, mine is USB to UART bridge, which is COM4. So we'll go ahead and close that out. Go ahead and select our firmware. Now mine's on the desktop. Go ahead and choose it. As for the rest of this here stuff, you can just leave it as it is. If you want to erase the flash, that is fine. You can go ahead and do that as well. And then go ahead and hit the flash button. Now it will take a few minutes to actually flash everything. The ESP8266 takes a little bit longer, but 2 or 3 minutes and you should be good to go. Once it is finished erasing the flash, it will start writing to the board, as you can see right here. So 1%, 2%, a couple seconds in between them. Shouldn't take very long. Okay, so we're just about done here, 98%, 99, and then 100. We'll wait for the final message to let us know that it is complete. And there you go. So from there, we can go ahead and unplug it and plug it into our PS4. Now this particular board, if we jump over to it here, we'll go ahead and switch it from the UART side over to the USB side, and then we'll go ahead and plug it into our PS4. Okay, so once we're over to the PS4, we can go ahead and jump over to our settings. Go to network, and we'll go down to setup internet connection. We'll be using Wi-Fi. Go ahead and select easy. Give it a few moments to load up your Wi-Fi connections. And the one we're looking for is the Echo Stretch. Then we'll go ahead and type in that password, which is 1 straight up to the 8. R2 for done, and we'll hit OK. Should only take a few moments and we should get connected. Okay, and then check in network environment. And we're good to go. We don't need to go ahead and test the internet connection, so we'll back out of there. Go ahead and open up our browser, and the first thing what we're going to do is go ahead and close everything and clear everything. Just that way, if it is a new version, we get the new gold hen stored into our cache. And then we'll go up to our settings, and we'll delete that cache and cookies. There we go. Okay, and from there we can go ahead and just close it out and reopen it. It should auto redirect for you. And there we go. Install the cache goes pretty quick. It will be a little slower for the 8266s, as I explained before. But once that's done, you go ahead and hit the PlayStation button and go ahead and relaunch it. Okay, so it's loading the jailbreak now. And like I said before, with the the ESP32-S2 boards, they automatically load the USB, so there's no inserting the USB. Okay, any moment now we should see it switch, and we should see the message. There we go, load in exFAT. And then it should tell us that it's done and go ahead and load us into the menu. Here we go. So from here we can jump up to Gold Hen 2.3, go ahead and launch it, and there we go. Launch within a few moments. So we'll go ahead and hit our PlayStation button. We'll jump over to settings. You can see that we do have our Gold Hen now. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for the video. I just want to make a quick little video here for the website, just in case anybody's having issues flashing their ESP boards. But I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Really helps out the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.